Okay, so we dug this trench here. This was for our soil testing. It's 13 feet down and had to increase or had to decrease with steps. We dug it with the excavator that we rented. The hole is pretty scary, but it's all just for soil testing. If you go into the actual trench, you can see the different layers of soil based on, you know, grittiness or clay. And when the guy came out to test it, he was testing it in front of us, rolling it into balls, seeing if it would crumble based on pressure or if it would stay solid. So it was pretty interesting. So now these trenches were basically designed for septic leach lines, to see where we would have to bury our leach lines at what depth would it absorb the most water and not, you know, clog up those leach lines. All right, so this is looking down into the trench. These are the decline that I had to carve in. This is where he did all of his testing of the soil with his little hammer, and then he would, you know, add some water and check what kind of soil it was, whether it was gritty, clay, or something else. Don't mind this horrible step. Is my first time on an excavator. All right, so this is 13 feet deep. It's hard to tell in here, but somewhere in the wall you can tell the different types of soil. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but here, from like here up, will be the more gritty type of soil. From that same line down about 9 feet will be the more clay and grit mix. But it's a pretty deep hole. It doesn't seem like it would be anything crazy, but if you look up like that, and then maybe we'll get a downward view, it makes it for a pretty interesting hole. I had to come down here after the fact and carve stairs with a shovel because it was a pretty rough descent. But I'm glad I did, because it helped the guy out, and, you know, being nice and courteous is what helps pass these inspections that you got to do. So that's good. We'll come over here to the deep end and show you what it looks like coming down. So here it is from the top down. You got to watch your step, because that would be an unfortunate fall.
All right, here is Ian's hard work. Pretty much all covered up. We got the soil test back, and we are good to use the soil on our own land to build and compact and all that good stuff. We don't have to bring in any construction filler from the report, but that big trench that he had spent all day digging, he has now pushed most of it back in just for safety reasons. We're not actually going to put anything right here, but we had to do a couple of trenches so they could test different areas with such a large property, and came back that we are, for the most part, good to go. But this is what it looks like.
All right, guys, I think that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and then we'll see you on the next episode.